Hello, guys, and welcome to another edition of All NBA 24/7. I'm your host, Rishi Kapoor, and tonight's episode number 52, I'm going to be discussing with you guys who I believe is the greatest center of all time in NBA history. So, some names that come to mind are Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Shaquille O'Neal, Hakeem Olajuwon, David the Admiral Robinson, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I mean, these guys were just titans of the NBA. Back then, to start your team, you needed a big man. You needed a big man that could face up, back to the basket, post moves, jump hooks. But now the positions change. Now it's like all the centers, like are on the perimeter, shooting threes, stretching the floor, and doing the face up game a lot. Not really back to the basket game, slowing it down. Now it's all fast paced. So the big man has really disappeared. I mean, the last big man to even win the MVP was Shaquille O'Neal. And even the All Star game, the All Star voting, the center position has been taken away, which I don't understand. So it's changed nowadays. But these players were the kind of players that made the center position prominent and dominant. So listing names like Bill Russell, 11-time NBA champion, grabbed over 26,000 rebounds. Wilt Chamberlain, two-time champ, scored 100 points in game, averaged 50-60 in his prime points per game. And David the Admiral Robinson scored 71 points in the game, had a quadruple double, two-time NBA champion. Shaquille O'Neal, four-time NBA champion, three-time Finals MVP. An MVP, was just a great player. Hakeem Olajuwon, two-time champ, two-time Finals MVP. And then Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, six NBA championships, two Finals MVPs, and six NBA MVPs, which is an NBA record. This guy just had one of the most prolific resumes of all time, he won on every level from high school to college. He lost one game, and then the pros, he was just dominant. He won three collegiate championships. This guy was just a winner on every level. So, based on listing all those accomplishments, I got to hand it to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar being the greatest center of all time. He's got the most points in NBA history, over 38,000 points, grabbed over 17,000 rebounds, had possibly the most unstoppable move of all time, the sky hook, which I'm surprised hasn't been, duplicated in NBA today. I guess it's because, obviously, again, not a lot of players are doing these post moves, sky hooks, or anything like that. They're mostly on the perimeter. But even when the big man position was dominant, back in the early 2000s and after Kareem's time, it still wasn't, imitated as like a consistent move daily. Players did hit it from time to time. Magic Johnson in the finals against the Celtics, but Kobe Bryant even hit it sometimes. But like it wasn't like a dominant move that was used in every game like Kareem did. So, but based on all those facts, I got to give it to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who many consider, who some actually consider possibly even the greatest player of all time. I had him at number two on my all-time top five. If you watch my early videos, in terms of basketball resume, I got to give it to like NBA resume. I got to give it to Michael Jordan. But in terms of an entirety, from high school, college to the NBA, I got to give it to Kareem. I mean, this guy just won on every level and has such an amazing NBA career. Will always be remembered as, one of the best to ever play. But in my opinion, he is the greatest center of all time based on those accomplishments. I mean, he just has a resume that's, better than the rest. And he was so dominant and such a great NBA player, fundamentally sound, 19-time All-Star, which is a record right now. I mean, a lot of the records are held by Kareem. So. And I feel like he's very underrated. Doesn't really get his just due sometimes. But yeah, I mean, the accomplishments and the statistics speak for themselves, in my opinion. So I would have to hand it to Kareem being the greatest center of all time. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know in the comment section below, who do you believe is the greatest center of all time? Whether or not you believe it's any of the players I listed and why, or maybe somebody else that I didn't list. And don't be biased. Give me legitimate explanations. I look forward to reading your comments. And yeah, guys, stay tuned. I got a lot more videos coming through. Preseason starts tonight. Regular season is almost on the way. So yeah, continue to like, comment, and subscribe on my videos. I got a lot more content coming through. And yeah, stay tuned. I'll see you guys next time.